Hello.
Sorry, I was just downstairs. How are you? Welcome. I think I might be screaming in people's ears.
You might be screaming.
Episode 225, is it? 235? Oh, I've forgotten.
It's one of them.
Welcome.
We've done a lot of shows.
Let's
Thanks for joining us again.
I can't see the comments page. Who is on?
We have
Hearns live. We've got some specials
Craig
today.
Jones is on.
Craig Jones is always on. Superstar. Big fan. I think I love this. This is going to be super special. We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Talk about that later. I'm just excited. I just want to touch it.
Do you?
That's just here so I can touch it a bit.
Oh. Well, this one you can look at.
I don't want to touch that.
Don't touch that one. Okay, so today we've got Train of the Week.
Yep.
What do we need to know?
The make.
Do we?
The model.
All right.
The killer wasps. The girth.
The scale.
Not like the fish.
Different
I'm not sure. The weight. We can weigh that.
You said weight already.
Well, we'll weigh it twice.
All right. Okay, there you go. All right, let's start getting some guesses in.
It is a train, though. I can confirm it is train of the week. It's not
Yes.
car of the week.
No, that's right.
Welcome on. Who have we got on?
Craig
Craig.
Jones.
That's it.
That's it.
Nobody's joining us today.
No. We've got plenty to talk about, though.
I'm just sad. It's not,
Are
that,
you?
it's not that I'm hurt. I'm not angry. I'm just sad.
Oh, well,
I've got
what
so
can we
much,
do?
I've got so much to give.
We've got lots of stuff to talk about.
So much. We'll get stuck into it. What do you want on first?
Well, we've got events and all sorts of things. What do you want to do?
Events.
We've got product.
Hair product.
Not me, you may.
Let's get our resident special guest on.
Why not?
An all-round top bloke.
Mr.
He
TFG.
was teaching us about pinions and spurs and meshing and gearing yesterday. He's
on
in
a
the
live stream.
studio today.
Yeah.
And he's in for show and tell with Tony Gray.
Yay.
Welcome in the studio.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Well, I was only really sitting over there, so.
Admiring.
No, I was just watching the seamless interaction between you and Beach, as always.
Seamless.
It was just like true professional.
Was it moving?
I know. Well, certainly my bowels were moving.
So you've been, Tony, apart from moving bells.
Oh, well, that's pretty much it. My life, at my age, that's the sort of thing you're happy about.
The day's complete.
Yeah,
He
that
used to
was.
live life quarter mile at a time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that train trip, that 20 minutes coming in the morning, you're never quite sure whether I'm going to make it to Flinders Street or not.
So what have you been working on? I know you were working on it yesterday because you were showing your pinions and spurs and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. That's how
Where-
it should.
You've forgotten it.
If I was professional, I would have got it out of the bag.
Oh, okay.
He's put it away.
He will
He
bring
forgot-
his project.
He forgot why he was coming on the show. It's very Tony.
Is it?
Well, he learned something before, so
Oh, but look
he
at that.
said
It
he was
looks,
going to forget something.
it looks finished.
I have to forget. Oh, it's close to finish.
Is it finished?
In my RS,
What is it?
RS 1 point nothing.
Yokomo RS
Yes.
1.0.
Yeah.
Really?
And I've got a soft spot for this car because I've driven one in full flight and it is absolutely impressive.
Isn't it?
That
I've
was-
driven one at the Vel Drome. It was
You've
impressive.
driven one and you've driven it at the
At Bendigo as well.
Bendigo. That was with a
Bendig-
540. That wasn't
Bendig, no.
impressive, but it was okay.
Mm.
With
humble.
the,
We were
it's almost got velodrome gearing on it.
we
We
were
need,
experimenting
we need
with
to
it.
talk about your wiring.
This is a quick install from yesterday. I had to get it working. So
Oh, okay. This is a working, so it's not going to be raced like this? Awkward.
I would aim not to race it like this, but
we'll see.
But we'll
Subject
see
to
how it
change.
goes. Well, on the first run on a car, I don't do the absolute definitive wiring thing. I just want to get it going. We'll worry about the other bit later. I can
Out
happily
of
leave.
excitement.
I can happily leave this like that, but I don't really like this there. But it'll work for the moment, and that's all that really matters. So, and like what you were talking about yesterday was on the little video I did. I think I
We'll go to, we are on overhead.
We
What are we
going
doing? We're going to go tight.
Yeah.
Oh, bit higher up. Oh, too far. That's it.
Too far.
Yeah,
Across to there.
All right.
So this is the sort of gearing you need for 21.5, where the spur and the pinion are nearly the same size.
Particularly if you insist on using 48 off-road pitch.
But it doesn't make any difference. The overall diameter is the same, whether it's 64 or 48.
That's true. It just looks angrier.
Yeah, so it doesn't make any difference.
It does
No, but
sound
you
different
can,
too.
You can get the smaller spur gears though, because the spur gears do go smaller. Where 68 is about the smallest that they make in that. You can get into like a 74, which is tiny.
So,
But that is really cool. I love it.
But then, as I pointed out
spur
yesterday,
and pinion.
yes, of course.
So where have you got it geared?
I think this is sitting at currently at 3 8.3 or something.
Which is going to be a great place to start.
And as
isn't
I pointed out in a little video I did yesterday, this is the problem. You can only go so big with a pinion
yes,
before it hits.
that's very true.
So that's got a 42 on there.
Well, I know that you can get it down to at least 3.1, but that's with 64. That's
Yeah,
different.
I'm not sure I'm going to be taking it that far.
We'll see.
Otherwise, that might be getting a little bit warm.
And how do we do it? Do you remember?
Do what?
How do you work out your gear ratio?
I wrote that down yesterday.
Spur.
Spur divided
by
by pinion multiplied by the internal ratio of the car, which is in this one, it's very easy. It's 2.0.
2.0.
So
it's on the dot, is it, on this?
yes.
Oh, right.
So that makes it very, very easy.
Which isn't the industry standard for on-road cars for some reason.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, 1.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just is.
So
There you
it's
go.
all right. It's all good.
I love it.
It's functional, so it'll be. I can give it a run like this, see how it goes, and then make a final fitment of all the stuff. For the moment, I'm happy to leave it like that.
And how was the build?
It was pretty easy, even for me, and I'm old and stupid.
It's good though, isn't it? It does only have plastic shocks, but it's, I don't know, it just works. And it actually works on track.
Your one is awesome.
Don't you have a sway bar kit, or is it?
I've got a sway bar kit, but I ran out of time.
Okay, I was
Because
going to
I
say.
went like mad yesterday afternoon to put the electronics in so I could bring it in today.
Yeah.
And here's the servo mount, which is exactly the same as the YZ10 kit that I bought this morning.
Well, servos, funnily enough, are pretty much the same size, aren't they?
Yeah. So, but apart from it, all worked quite well. Happy to play with this. We'll see how it goes. I've got your car at home as well.
Bendigo Classic.
To copy it. So at Bendigo, we'll be running this. I'm running short of time on everything, which is why I just rushed to get the thing going.
And the Bendigo Classic is, in fact, the week after Vel Drome.
Indeed.
So Vel Drome is going to be
it's going to be a frantic week and a half.
It's going to sneak up on us.
Yeah.
Definitely going to sneak
I can
up on
take this over the big jump at Vel Drome. Only once.
Oh, you never know. You might be able to do it twice.
I don't know.
Do you reckon we could deploy a parachute?
Yeah, possible.
And then it might be all right.
Or
With a rocket motor.
or put the rocket motor in. So this is a nice little car.
It's a humble little car. It's like a $300 chassis, but it's amazing, and it outperforms its price point.
It does.
I guarantee
Certainly does.
that.
I haven't run a four-wheel drive touring car for 20 years.
It's a really good training type chassis, isn't it? It's got all the adjustments you need, so you can adjust it and learn from that.
All the modern geometry, mid-mount motor, so it is very similar to the current cars, and everything wound back like 30%.
And it's quite forgiving. It's got the big chunky molded arms.
Yeah.
And a fiberglass chassis, which has got a bit of give too.
Yeah. But with the optional unfair RC top deck on this one, the factory top deck is 3-piece.
It is 3-piece.
Yes, and it also doesn't allow for big pinions.
Yeah.
It
doesn't allow for big pinions.
Yeah.
I've got a big opinion.
Yeah. Your opinion isn't worth the paper it's written on.
There we go.
I never write it down for that reason.
Exactly. So
Very nice.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye, RS.
Don't take that out the shop. Someone will buy it or binge it.
It's
Probably.
a masterpiece.
It's a fine thing.
That was Yokomo RS 1.0.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Good
That's
stuff.
it.
What comments have we got?
We've got some more people on board.
Yes.
Bigfoot's on board. Hello.
Bigfoot.
Just Scotty from the
What
US.
size shoe do you need to be to call yourself a Bigfoot?
Anything,
I don't know.
I don't know. Size 13 and above? I don't know.
Would that be a Bigfoot, would it?
I reckon.
I think
What
it
do you
would.
reckon? Depends on how big your foot is. Anything bigger than your foot would be a big foot. It's all relative,
What
right?
if I've got a Bigfoot?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeez.
You know
There
what
you
they say
go.
about people with big feet?
They need big shoes.
Big shoes.
Yeah, I thought that was where you were going.
Mm.
It's pretty obvious. Should we talk about Phil stuff now? Given it
No,
on
no
here?
guesses on the train of the week?
No guesses on the train. No, I think that's going to be a bit of a tough one.
Tony Gray, what have we got here?
Well, that's a train, but we
That's a
don't care
train.
about
Choo,
that.
choo. I'm just going to get that out the way and sit
That's a
there.
bit special, isn't it?
Nowhere precarious near the edge.
No.
Nothing like it. What we are looking at here, people, is an all original RC10. This is from one of our really nice customers, esteemed customers, been coming here for years.
I think he's going to get this back.
Yep. We will refer to him as Lucky Phil.
Yeah.
Lucky Phil purchased this very vehicle in Hong Kong when his auntie was overseas. He was only 12. Needless to say, he's not 12 now.
No.
Many years have passed since 1984. I'd go as far as to say 40.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm good with that.
You'd say that, about 40 years?
Yeah.
So he was young at the time, and at the time he had a Tamiya SRB, F-150, and AYK 556 Baja bicycle.
He's still got that AYK.
He showed pictures of it, didn't he, when he was in?
That's very, very rare.
That's fantastic.
So a bit special that he's had this since new.
Yeah, he's had this since brand new.
Mm.
The RC10 was the first car that he built from scratch. He was 13 years old. Yeah, and the body on it is actually an original RC10 that came in the kit by AE America, Team Association America. So they used to
they
have
had that service.
They used to have a service where they would paint bodies for you. I didn't even know that that was a thing. So he sent the body to be painted by Associated. In those days, you had to mail the company, and they would confirm the whatever parts you had, send them back to you. So
they've painted this.
They've painted. Who do you think painted it? Was Gene?
Maybe Roger Curtis.
Curtis?
Not sure. Oh God, these tires are so hard.
Hard as Hades.
Are they?
Oh,
they are too.
Oh, they've no.
But have a look on the overhead and have a look at the body, because I reckon for 1984, that's quite the paint job.
I've had a look inside and had a look at this, and this is all hand cut and hand painted. I'm thinking that's a lot of work. I couldn't be bothered.
And it would have been done, I can only assume, with pressure packs.
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been done with airbrush?
Well, I think there was Pactra around then, so maybe.
Airbrushes have been around for a very, very long time.
I love the pinstripes. Like I said, it's nothing compared to some of the work we see now, but the textured flag, the waving
But there's
flag.
a lot of work in it still.
You see how the colours are quite solid? You would imagine that's probably a spray can, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's surprisingly intricate.
And this part here, Phil painted.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I reckon Phil did that because
he definitely did that.
Yeah, Phil, that looks shit.
So let's have a look at what an RC10 looked like in 1984. And to all you guys that have got re-rays and stuff like that, like, okay, but this isn't a re-ray.
This is an original.
This is an origi-dig. Now it's called an A stamp. And what's an A stamp mean,
A stamp
Tony?
is the first production run of RC10s.
And how can you tell it's an A stamp?
You can tell it's an A stamp, surprisingly, by the A that's just there.
Okay, and how many of these would they have made at the time?
I don't know.
Okay,
but
so did it go for like 10 years or 1 year?
I think it only went for maybe a year, if that.
Okay.
Then after the A stamp came the B stamp.
Wow,
okay, that makes sense.
But the other way to tell an A stamp car, although it's not 100% certain, is the anodizing on these ones is usually a little bit lighter.
Yeah, it looks quite light.
Ones. Yeah,
it's like a latte color, isn't it?
Yeah. Ooh.
Latte.
Now you've got my attention.
Ah.
Now you've got my attention.
You can see the tires have got flat spots on them where it's been sitting on a shelf and stuff.
This is the original 6-gear transmission.
Yep.
Not the Stealth. So this is all original. So it's a rare. Phil's got himself something very special here.
So on the 6 gear, the differential was actually in the spur.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I was just admiring that before, actually.
Yeah. So the diff is actually in there.
So the differential is very easy to adjust by taking off the cover and just adjusting that nut.
Yeah.
Whereas now, that's where the slipper clutch is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have the slipper clutch and the diff down lower in the transmission.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I said it was brilliant engineering, but I know Master Joe never liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He said they're crap.
Oh.
But compare that to a frog,
and as I said to you before, if it was any good, why aren't they all still up there?
The shoemakers were like that too, weren't they? Didn't they have the high mounted?
They did some stuff.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was like a drum down the bottom. They had three belts on the rear end.
They were prone to doing funky stuff, weren't they?
Yeah.
Shoemaker.
Oh yes, that was way out there.
So this
is a cool car.
An all original 1984 A stamp.
And
the
chassis is remarkably unmolested, so I don't think he's run it a lot.
He has played with it.
Yeah, but there's hardly any scratches. There's scratches, there's a few there.
Plate, and that's about it. And some of the screw heads are a little bit the worse for wear.
And I think he's replaced some of the screws. It's fair to say. I don't think they would have been hex head back in the day.
Yeah, but it's basically a very original.
Oh, these were hex head. Imperial hex. Yep.
Yeah.
Like all these screws are hex as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So it's.
But these aluminium ones were always Phillips.
Yeah. No,
why were
they're actually very soft.
Why? It must be for
Yokomo
weight,
Yokomo use the same screws, right?
They use the same screws in their bulkheads on the YZ870.
What were they, Imperial too? Metric.
They would have been Imperial.
Imperial.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're bought them from the same place.
This
There
is
you go.
This is a cool kit to have.
Isn't it?
Very cool kit.
Big win for Phil, that one.
Now, Phil brought us something else over. I'll put this away very carefully.
No, it's okay. It's tough.
It's an AE. It's never
Phil's,
that
we don't
tough.
care.
You're terrible.
Yeah, I know.
You're terrible, Muriel.
That's how I roll.
Mm.
You know that. That's an RC10 as well.
There's another RC10.
It's a different flavour.
Yeah.
Jump forward, what, 15 odd years?
Yeah.
This is a 1991 World car. Is that right?
Yes.
And this one here is not an original. This is a re-re.
This is
So
the first of the re-res.
So they call these a stealth worlds, right?
Still has a
3-gear transmission.
an aluminium pressed chassis, which I find comical, but that's really cool. Still has the same screws.
Yeah.
So these were done Imperial 2
Yep.
and completely different geometry.
So
longer
this
arms
is
and
the
stuff
Brian
like that.
Kinwald World's car.
It's when he won the Worlds in 91.
Yeah.
And this was released in 2010-ish. And Phil said he picked this up in America into about 2015, 2016.
Right.
Reckons he paid 159 USD.
Mm.
And that's when our dollar was stronger than American.
Yeah, because they produced these and
Nobody wanted them.
the market wasn't there. They were way too early. And I did the same as Phil. I bought 2 of them when they got down to about $160. So I thought that's a bargain.
Yeah.
Although at the time there was no vintage scene, I just bought them because cool, it's an RC10 World car.
And then
have one of
up
those.
until I want to say very, very recently, like maybe last year, people would pay like thousands for that, right?
Yep, because they're now much sought after.
Much sought after.
Because unlike what Associated do now, which is build a billion of everything and say they're only going to do a few, back then they didn't make a whole lot. So now they're very much sought after, and I won't be selling mine anytime soon.
But watch this space.
So
I've
it's
got
quite
a feeling there's another one coming before the end of the year.
So it's very familiar, but it's
Probably
quite different.
next week.
Mm.
So the chassis is basically the same.
Yep.
Okay, your bulkheads are the same.
Although
The front end
it's
kick
been milled
plate.
out.
Yes. And then the arms are different.
Yep.
Yes.
The shocks are different.
Wider.
You got
wider front end.
inline stub axles
Yep.
Yes.
because they were offset before. The rear suspension's all different.
Yeah.
And then the
It's
stealth
a much more
gearbox, of course.
capable. This is a very capable car even now.
But it's amazing how it's like evolved, right?
Mm.
It hasn't changed a huge amount.
Massively from 1984 to 1991.
Mm,
This
Which
car.
shows they got it right.
haven't they?
And I think they went. When was the B2?
They
When
went
they
from
go plastic.
went from this to the
Graphite.
TQ graphite, which is the same as the Fan RC kit that I bought in
Mm.
a while ago.
Well, they copied Fan RC.
Yeah,
frankly.
And
So
then they went to B2s.
When the original Worlds cars came out, the stealth Worlds cars, they were available in aluminium or graphite.
Mm.
They were available at the same time.
Yeah,
There you go. So that is from Phil.
that's from Phil. He's got a couple of really nice cars there.
Hasn't he?
Thank you very much, Phil. We don't get to see it, particularly the A stamp. You just don't get to see them anymore.
No, I think I've never actually had an A-stamp car in my hands before.
Mm.
So that's pretty
It's special,
cool.
isn't it?
And that's
I've had
saying
other
something
things in my
because you've had lots
I've
in
had
your
a lot of
hands
things in my
over the
hands.
years.
Have you?
It's questionable. Sometimes questionable, sometimes undefined.
Yeah,
How
I
did you
think I'm
find-
probably superfluous to your needs now. I've done everything that I can talk
I
about.
like big words though.
I know.
Nice. That's very
I
nice.
might go out and annoy some customers.
Why
Make
not?
it so.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much, Tony
TFG.
Gray.
It's been a pleasure, gents.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
RS.
Yes.
Love that RS. You know that.
It's beautiful. Mm.
And thank you, Phil, for lending that.
Look, we've got more people
Now,
on
train.
board.
Well, probably because they saw the train and they're like, I've got to guess this train.
Oh, probably.
I'm going to jump the gun, Beej. I'm going to wait now.
You're going to wait now? Okay.
I'm going to wait
Just got his on. He says
Just got his
he's
back.
lost his mojo.
Lost his mojo.
So, any
Lost his mojo.
suggestions?
Look under the couch.
Look under the couch, TFG says. It might be there. Didn't Austin Powers lose his mojo too? He found it somehow.
They made a movie out of that one.
It might be time to try a different subject. Something completely different.
I've
Whoa.
weighed it twice. Now I'm going to weigh it thrice.
So Bigfoot is with us.
There we go.
Macabell's with us.
Here we go. We are on. Now, I hope you know about that train because I really don't.
What did I say just before we went live? I don't know much about the train, but we will learn together.
We'll learn together.
That's right.
Hold my hand as we take this adventure.
Yes, yes. Oh, look at that. Mr. Bossman's on. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
All
Hello,
right.
everyone. Have you got something for us? It's
Oh, you wait that I didn't even see. I'll have to rely on your memory.
Oh, okay.
Yes. What are we going to do now? You're looking over my way.
Yeah, have you got something for us?
I've got some.
Otherwise, it's going to be, you know me, it's going to be very RC heavy otherwise.
Sort of getting into
And
something
you know
spacey.
What's brought that on?
Hey?
What's brought that on? Was it the
I
supermoon? Did the supermoon get you excited yesterday?
didn't see it.
Why not?
I've got a wall in the way. And then another building, and another building, and another building.
It's called a ceiling, mate, and you can walk outside.
I can walk outside a couple of blocks and have a look at it. But I didn't. Did you have a look at it? Was it visible?
It's cloudy.
Oh, okay. In that case, probably better stay inside because I was freezing.
It was cloudy.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So we've got the space shuttle and the transporter. So they sort of come to mind because I just recently watched a space shuttle documentary on Netflix.
Did you like it?
It was a bit sad because it was about the one that blew up.
That's unfortunate.
But I mean, this is the groundbreaking bit of technology, the start of the reusable space vehicles.
Well, you can't just leave it all up there.
Well, I guess not. So you see the space shuttle here. It's actually mounted on top of a NASA 747, which I used to transport it from landing and also back to the base. Or in the early days, I also used it for testing the aerodynamics. So that's interesting there. That's an Academy kit in 1:144 scale, isn't it?
Have you built that before?
I have not.
1:88.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So it's half the scale again.
Geez, you know that Kobe might like that.
Maybe. We should ask him next time we see
It's
him.
even too small for him,
Maybe.
isn't it?
Yeah. Because if that's too small,
I'm like 144.
That's
you're going to crack it.
that's a depiction of his voice.
Are you cracking it? There you go.
I've cracked it. I just want to see what you get.
Well, there's a shuttle.
Check the parts listing before unsealing.
So it's quite simple. You've got the little
It's a painter's kit.
aerodynamic tail there.
It's a real painter's kit, this one. I like it.
And then you've got stand. So it's very, very much like a desktop display model, isn't it? And then you've got your 7.4.
That's big.
And it's got fully engraved panel lines, but there's not much to it. There's lots of wheels, though.
Lots of wheels.
Lots of wheels.
Mm.
And
Quite odd for a plane
There
to
you go.
have lots of wheels.
there we go. That's a space shuttle. But if that's too small for you,
Which it could be.
we've got a Tamir kit
What's a mere kit?
of the space shuttle,
Atlantis.
1/72 scale.
That's bigger.
It's got 6 types of markings.
Six
so that'll
types.
be all the different shuttles, I'd say, including Challenger.
I like it.
So the whole idea was, with the Saturn V's, you know, the big massive one that went up to the moon.
Oh, we're looking on the overhead.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Whoops.
That was awkward.
Wasn't it?
Yep.
So with the Saturn V's, they were a single-use vehicle. So they couldn't reuse any of it. They wanted to find a way of
Cement
saving
and
money.
paint not included. I thought you used glue.
Yeah, cement.
Why do they call it cement? That's not what I would call cement at all.
Overseas, they call it cement.
Oh, do they?
Yes,
What do they use in their driveways?
that's a different kind of cement. Could be concrete.
Okay.
So the idea was that these could come back. I mean, the booster rockets could be retrieved as well and reconditioned, and they were reused. And this would just glide back down.
Safely?
Well, yeah, most of them came back safely. A couple didn't.
I
So
like
there
it.
you go. Nice big kit from Tamiya. They're not always available.
But when they do, we have them.
We have them.
We have them.
That's right.
And we've got them.
We have them at the moment.
But maybe not for long.
What else have you got? I'm sure you got plenty.
Lots.
You got plenty.
Is there any train chatter?
Train channel. Let's have a look.
I thought Thunder Turbine would be all over this.
Here's an idea. He doesn't appear to be here.
I'm disappointed.
Oh, Retro Rob's on. Hello.
I'm disappointed.
What else we got?
Okay,
Oh, we got a guess. We got a guess from Just Scotty.
What?
212 grams.
212 grams is too light.
It's too light.
Yes.
Okay. Jeff's got 300 grams.
300 is also too light.
It's too light. Okay. So 300 grams is too light. Okay. Anything above that. All right. What do you got?
I've got something big. I got something exciting.
Yeah. Have I seen it before?
Well, I think you snuck a peek.
Really?
No, you
What are you going to bring over?
You've seen it before.
Have I? Oh, yes. This is a project
And
that you've been working on.
it's coming to a head. It's
Hmm.
coming to the end of its project life because Vel Drome is just around the corner.
And what is Vel Drome?
Vel Drome is where we take these big cars and little cars or anything RC and go and destroy it.
So the Vel Drome that we go to is the Coburg concrete velodrome.
Yes.
It's been there for a very long time.
It was built for the 56 Melbourne Olympics.
That's right. And we drive radio control cars around there. It's got huge berms.
Twice a year.
And the cars would be doing, the faster cars are 150, and we've had some doing 180 down the street.
Yes.
And that's kilometers an hour.
And it's pretty.
So it's like 100 mile an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, in the old money.
Mm.
In the old money. It's pretty spectacular, and it goes wrong often. And we don't try to.
Yes.
This year we've added another dimension to the event by having an infield event.
Yes, allowing off-road cars.
Off-road cars or cars
to do off-road things.
Yep, jump really high. We've
That's right.
built 2 ramps side by side, and we should send RC vehicles at a guesstimate 8 to 10 meters in the air.
Hopefully.
Vertically.
Now, off-road cars are also are often seen at the velodrome too. You know, off-road cars around the circuit, they go really well.
Jeff Biggity Biggs has said that Monty is going to be sent.
Oh, excellent. Yep. Very good.
And if he hasn't said that, I'm saying it for him.
Now, of late, these 1/8 scale cars seem to be the perfect mix for working well at the velodrome, because the velodrome is not glass smooth. It's got some bumps and some cracks.
Yes.
And this size of vehicle tends to handle all that really stably, really well.
Yep. So what we have here, as you guys have seen, the last 3 weeks, we went from, this is the HR1 GT8E conversion kit.
Yes. So it started off as a buggy.
Started off as a buggy. Started off as a buggy. Look at that.
Yes.
Exactly like that. Exactly like that.
And now it's like this.
This is the one that we built in the Hearns, but this one's for sale in the Hearns Vault. This is a tribute.
Yes.
To the prototype and the one that we've still raced,
yes.
which is now looking a lot different.
Yes.
Does identify as an on-road car.
Doesn't it?
At the moment. But it can change any minute. So it did start life as the buggy and this box of bits.
So there's a conversion kit, which gives you the parts to make it into an on-road car.
That's right.
And there's not that many bits to it, really.
There's not that too many bits to it. It's a small box. I didn't come with the body. I didn't assemble the body. This I took off the shelf.
Yes.
This is a Biddy Design GT8 S65, McLaren-esque. You'll notice it doesn't have a killer paint job because it's probably got a really short lifespan, to be honest. Not that we want it to, but it does have some really nice J-spec stickers and designs on it. So it does look good. Still looks apart. And I am still to paint the wheels. I think a nice teal color will be very fitting.
Teal or pink?
No, teal.
Teal.
Teal. I think the other car can have the pink tires. This one can have the teal to match the green.
Now, some of the things that are most recognizable going into velodrome are...
it's gaping.
Opening the rear end.
Do you regret saying that yet?
No, not at all. No, that's pretty tame compared to some of the things I've said. Now, why do we do that?
To let the air out.
That's right. Because without having an escape point for the air that accumulates on the inside of the chassis, it tends to, that's right, and it lifts up the rear end, forcing the car to lose control.
Lose control, lose traction, lose control, spin out.
Yes, that's right.
Like BJ said, we open the rear end or just cut it off.
Imagine if we made a little hinge on it, and on the third channel we just go, boop, open it up.
Well, we do have it in one piece, so check out the YouTube for that. But yeah, and that is pretty much it. This thing is ready to go. I think we showed it last week with the body clear. So now I don't need to take the body off again. You guys have seen it. You know what's up. This is the HR1 GT8E, and I'm super happy. So you can have really that buggy, right? That almost, that ready to run buggy, or the HR1 almost ready to race version. And you can buy the conversion kit and make it this two RC weapons in one. It's really, really cheap.
Yeah, and it's very easy to swap between them.
Took me, once the shocks were built, it would take you about 20 minutes, 15 minutes. It's really, really, there's about 8 screws to do.
It's so versatile for that particular chassis. You can take it to the on-road track, and then change it and take it to an
off-road track or hoon around. You know what I mean? You hoon around the streets, smoke the tires. The tires are, in fact, GRPs.
And if you like speed runs, this will be the perfect setup.
Perfect setup. So I'm really excited to, you know, last year this very vehicle did represent at the velodrome as a buggy. This year representing as a GT8E, and I'm super excited. Super excited, Beach.
Beautiful.
Have you got any footage of any other, like, Vel Drome cars that we've had.
I
by any
think
chance.
I think we should see the Vel Drome car that was.
Because the Panda car seems to get all the glory.
Yeah. Oh well, I've got the Panda car here.
Oh, well, it had rockets, didn't it?
Well, let's show everyone.
Is it the 2-minute clip?
So that was the rocket car.
That was the rocket car. Watch
So
it again.
that was the FS Racing.
Can I watch it again?
And that was a nice catch at the end, wasn't it?
That was
You
cool.
can see the tail.
That was cool.
And there, from that angle there, you can just see how big those berms are. I mean, if you try to walk up them, it's very hard
It's
to.
impossible. You got to go
Yeah.
from the top and slide down on your butt.
Mm.
Luckily, all the cars, when they crash, they generally fall to the bottom.
Don't they?
I don't know the exact specifications, and it's not 45 degrees, but it's over, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd have to be over
50?
45.
You can try to climb up there. You can
55?
get there halfway on all fours.
There you go.
There you go.
HR1 GT8A.
Mm,
Get amongst it, guys.
that's it. Very good. Very good. All right, let's see. Have we got any more guesses? 326. 326 grams.
Did this one make choo-choo noises?
It makes funky noises, but they're not choo-choo.
Not choo-choo.
Yeah, I'll fire it up later.
Are you going to drive it?
Maybe, if I can remember.
Have you tested it prior?
I have.
Okay.
I pushed a lot of buttons.
Did it
and
work?
things happened.
Okay.
Yeah. I
I'm
don't
glad.
know if I can replicate it, but I'll try. So 326 is still too light, is it?
It's too late.
Okay.
Can confirm.
Okay.
Nobody's going to
Anthony's saying 333.
333.
Is it much higher? It's higher, right?
Higher.
Higher. Okay.
I can just say, you can't say much. You can say
Okay,
higher.
it's
higher
higher.
or lower.
But it's higher.
Yeah.
All right.
What, have
What else you got?
Me again?
Yeah, I got. That's it.
You're out.
That's it.
You're out.
I'm done.
I'm
Oh,
just,
my show is going to happen towards the end. Oh,
what's that?
aren't they nice?
What is that?
You got some silicon rubber.
Well, it is Friday night. Friday night is coming towards us. If you've watched any of our builds, if you've watched any of our tutorials, if you've watched some of our photos, you've probably seen the blue mat. The blue mat's more famous than UBJ.
Isn't it?
And even when Master Joe tried to destroy it with super glue.
Like this?
Yeah, so we built the yacht on here.
Yes.
I don't know an RC car, it's just sentimental, an RC car that hasn't been built on this very much. That's a beautiful thing.
So it's great. It's got this three-dimensional molding in it.
Yeah.
So you've got little platforms here. You can put small items so they don't roll off.
And it's really thick and heavy. So
It
what
is.
4 or 5 mil?
Yes.
And the reason for that is you don't
Put
want
your tools here.
if you're racing RC, you don't want it blowing away.
You put bottles here. Your bottles of beer.
Okay. But it's
put other
good for
things there.
putting screws and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And then you can use the other side too. That's totally flat.
Well, we use that often because we've destroyed the other side. Don't we? We use this one for photos more.
So there's options.
But it cleans up really well. Anyway, I digress because I've got new ones. You don't have to buy that one.
No.
I wouldn't ask you to buy that one. We've got new ones in
So
stock.
there's the new blue and there's the black. Exactly the same functionality. It's the same mold.
Yes.
We've got choices of 2 colors.
Choice of 2 colors, blue and black. So we've had a sweep shipment.
We have.
So the pit mats are back. They're 600 by, what are they, 600 by 430. And even for 8 scale, they are big enough.
Definitely.
So people have said, oh, I want a bigger one. But what I usually have my plastic pit table. Then I'll have my pit table mat, my big one. Then I'll have this on top. And the beauty in that is, especially if you're racing off-road, is you can, because it gets all crap on it, you can just put it off,
flick it off.
flick it off, and put it back on without destroying your whole table.
You can hose it off too, right? Very easily.
Yeah, it's just a bit of simple green, wipe it off. It's good as new. You can even use thinners on it. I know that from experience.
There you go. Yeah, really handy, definitely.
Can
They're
use
really good.
thinners on it, paint on it. It's really, really good to solder on. That's
We've
what they're
flicked
good.
solder on it before, haven't we? And the
Yeah,
solder
we
doesn't stick.
No, it doesn't. You just flick off the solder when it's cooled down. Doesn't burn through it.
Yep.
Super glue does stick to it.
Yes.
We've tested that.
Yep. So learn from that.
Thanks, Joe.
There
On
you
your
go.
dad. All right.
What do you got in this really chunky full bag of yours? What's in Brett's bag?
I love it.
Is it fresh?
It's fresh and it's
Fresh.
full. It's chockers.
Is it?
My Rubik's World big bag.
Is it? Shall we go from the top?
I love this. Why not? Get amongst it. See, see what you'll find. Let's go bag diving.
Oh. So there's some of this
did
sweep.
say that we do have a sweep shipment. I don't know if you
Yes.
believe me or not. So there's going to be some sweep in here
Okay.
because we've got all new products.
Right.
All right. I'm going to
Okay.
start with. And putting a shadow on my stuff. I'm going to start with the orbits.
Orbits.
Now orbits are not new in essence, but this is an all new compound beige. We've never had the blue pink or blue magenta.
Right.
So this is developed for
Is that
Australia. We learned lessons last spring and summer with our existing compounds, and we've developed the compounds more and gone the next step harder.
Right.
So it's blue. This is a clay focused compound
Right.
now in the blue heat range. So it's a medium compound, and it's really going to be good, particularly for the faster classes, four-wheel drive stock, four-wheel drive modified, two-wheel drive modified. This is the orbit that you want. And if you're racing in those conditions, you probably want to put closed inserts in. Because we get the tires handmade by Sweep, we ask them to be without inserts, and that's just to make it a little bit more cost effective for people, because people have got bags of inserts at home. And you can, in fact, use the Sweep inserts, the JC inserts, and people tune the inserts themselves. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with using secondhand inserts in your Sweep orbits.
So this particular pattern,
Yes.
it's a very tight pattern. So this is perfect for oil tracks.
Oiled and hard pack. Yes, oiled, watered, blue groove. Yeah, that's exactly what it's designed for.
It's like a web finish, isn't it?
I'm not sure. It's the orbit. It's the Sweep orbit. That's what it is.
Orbit finish.
Don't say that it's like something, because it's not. It's like orbit because it is orbit.
Ah,
It's
all right.
orbit right through.
Fair enough.
Orbit through and through. I love
you
it. So we have that in along with the other compounds. So we've got silver pink,
So how's this fit
yellow
into
pink. This is the hardest one yet. This
Right.
is medium.
Okay.
And this is designed for spring and summer in Australia,
Okay.
because we found the other ones on the faster classes
Yes.
tended to be a little bit soft
Right. Okay.
and a little bit stretchy in the sidewall. So we've increased the shore of the hardness of the rubber.
Okay.
And we've got front and rear. And you'll notice that the two-wheel drive front and the four-wheel drive front is the same tire.
Yes.
So you only need, whether it's two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive,
Yep. A
you
front and
only
rear.
need to buy front and rears.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Perfect.
So if they're not glued up, they can be anything that you want it to be.
Excellent.
Another one from Sweep. The all-new Bird Shot. It is it's an hilarious name. I'm not sure where Sweep Racing come up with it.
So what do you got here?
Have a look at this. This is an all-new mold, all new design, all new mold. Again, this is aimed at longevity.
It's a very tight fit, isn't
aimed
it?
at oil pack and clayed and blue groove
So
surfaces.
it's a little bit of movement, but they're pretty stiff.
Stiff, all right. Have a look at that. Look at that mold. It is absolutely beautiful. So they're not going to be quite as aggressive as the Nanobite. The
It looks
block
like a rally
tire.
tire, doesn't it?
It does, but that is going to give so much surface area and grip. It's going to be amazing. The rounded profiles are going to make it not quite as edgy. So traction rolling, picking up ruts is going to be really, really nice. And the really tight, solid center blocks is really for maximum acceleration, where the tire does deform a little bit, and maximum wear. So you can see here it's got distinct, the center tread and the outers are completely different.
Yeah, interesting, isn't
And
it?
this is called the Sweep Bird Shot. All new mold, all new tire design. And we've got these in 2 compounds. And these have been updated now to the liquid compounds. And
Liquid?
this is the yellow orange. Like, these are clay compounds. This is a yellow orange. And I've also got silver orange.
What's the orange mean?
Clay.
Oh, okay.
Clay. It's been an updated clay compound.
Okay.
So clay compound, shorter strand, natural rubber in there, less deformation, nice thicker in the sidewall.
Right.
These are going to be awesome on our Australian tracks, like EMCC, our local track. What have we got up north? Ride. Anywhere, Pine Hills, sorry. Pine Hills, these will be really good. Anywhere where you've got a groove. South Australia, their oil track.
Right.
Really good.
Okay. There we go.
What else have we got in my bag of tricks?
We've still got. Oh, that's different.
We can change. We can
can.
change. We don't have to say just because there's more sweep in there.
There we go. We've got highest.
We have got highest, my friend, my well-learned friend.
So these are the very popular D300s,
D300,
which we put into practically
anything.
all basic builds, right?
Yep, all basic builds, plastic gear servo.
Yep.
This is
metal
the
gear.
same basic servo, but ball bearings and metal gears.
Yep.
DLP 700, that is the entry-level slimline servo. So really good for any competition build where you don't want to spend hundreds on a servo.
Yes.
Then we've got the B500. And the reason I got this servo is because it's unique. This is a 12th scale servo, which is really good for 12th scales and also the Phantom series. So
super fast.
Got a Kyosho Phantom or a 12th scale pan car, probably even a 10th scale F1, I would say that is a servo that you want.
It's pretty fast.
It is very, very fast. And it's quite
0.08
it's actually
at
got
6 volt and 0.06 at 7.4.
And look at the torque. It's still got 11 kilos.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's massive torque.
Full lock.
So that is really good. So that for the Kyosho Phantoms, a must-have. Absolutely, because they're really hard vehicles to find servos for.
Right.
So a fresh restock. And of course, we've got all the nitro ones and all the buggy ones and all the high-end brushless and coreless servos as well.
Very nice.
Another shipment that came in this week.
Orca.
Now, I don't need to show you each and every product because you've seen them all before. I just thought I would bring a couple of favorites. The totem's back.
Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that. Can't get enough of them.
That's right. So really high spec stock type.
Yep.
At a very, very good price.
Really good footprint, really good fit up, as
really
even
small.
used in TFG's very own RS 1.0.
That's right.
Is for anything stock spec racing.
Yes.
This is the ESC for you.
Yes.
Built-in capacitors, reverse polarity protection. Really, really good, really well priced. You cannot go wrong with this. If you're anything from 13.5 down racing, this is for you. Now, this one here, this is going to be really popular this time of year. This is the dual system brushless and brushed speed controller.
We have had these before.
We've had these before, and this is what's in our very own Super Dogfighter. So it can use brushed and brushless. And I was a little bit dubious, contentious, I suppose, about the power handling capabilities because I got a 10 double in that Dogfighter, and it did not break a sweat.
Really?
10 double.
Okay.
4 5-minute runs, no fan on the speed. It does come with a fan.
Yes.
Didn't even break a
Because
sweat.
these are not expensive either.
No. And they come with the program box. So, and that's good if you've got a vintage car that you want to sometimes maybe put a brush stock motor or brush mod or put a 21.5, whatever. This will go all the way as well down to 10.5 turn brushless or 10 turn brushed, which is why I thought I might be pushing its limits with a 10 turn. Yeah, really small. And that is, if you've seen the Hearns Racing Super Dogfighter, the one that Tony painted, that's exactly what's in there.
Right.
Really good little speedy. Like I said, I thought I was going to blow it up last weekend when I had it out on track, but didn't even break a sweat. So 2 really good things there from Orca.
Excellent.
More goodies from Sweet.
On road.
Oh, the tyre packets all look the same. Right, but have a look what's inside these bad boys.
These are pretty special.
Go to Overhead Town. D36 PG3 R3 PGMX. It's a mouthful. These are the high-end current TC spec tires. These are what you want if you're racing 21.5 or above in ISTC, International Standard Touring Cars. This is the tire you want. It's got the medium for Australia. We put the medium insert inside, and that's how we run it.
Right.
I love this tire. This is really good.
Okay.
Next one across. DX36AU.
These are super fast, right?
These are the super fast ones. These are the super fast ones of 2 years ago. And Sweet had to stop making them, unfortunately, because one of the ingredients ran out and they couldn't source it at a primary producer level. So they literally couldn't make the tires anymore. But obviously they found another source, found another supplier, and they exactly make the same recipe that they made 2 years ago.
Reproduced them.
Sweet never claimed to do anything else, and if they couldn't make them, they wouldn't give them the same part number. So if going fast, TQing and winning races is what you're about, these are the tire for you.
Yes.
But these are the ultimate race tire. They can be called delicate because they can tear. If you hit a gutter or curb, they can rip off the wheel. They can structurally fail, but these will no doubt be the fastest tire. 100%. They're the fastest tire in the range.
Excellent.
More. These ones here.
Oh, these have got works wheels.
These have got works wheels, BJ, and more than just that. These are all new. We've never had these in before. We had personally had these made by Sweep just for us. These are the fastest. These are the fast D series rubber, exactly like we had in the dish wheel I showed you before. So the D series, and that has been pressed into the Hankook mold. That's the licensed Hankook mold. You can see it's even written on the sidewall, and mounted onto the Works Emotion racing wheel.
Looks good.
So if you're racing any class that you have to use treaded tires, this D36 will be the ultimate. So mainly TCR and GT, because they're starting to go for treaded tires in certain things. Yes. This is the tire for you. This is the ultimate 36 on a spoked wheel.
So you're talking like Bendigo?
Bendigo.
Or TCR?
TCR, this is not a control tire, but this is, they've spec'd treaded 36 unspoked.
Okay.
Yeah, so all around. So this will be the tire that you would want for that. And even GT, sometimes they spec treaded tires of a 36 Shore. So again, this would be the tire for that.
Right.
Really, really good. That's exactly what you want there. This one here looks the same. However, it is exactly the same as the tire I just showed you here, but it's a 32 compound.
So softer compound?
Slightly softer in the heat range. Same awesome D series rubber. This is the 32 Shore, so a little bit softer. This is perfect for classes where you're maybe not allowed to use warmers, use goop, that sort of thing. So if you're using...
Okay, so the tire comes up to temperature.
Tire comes up to temperature. So a perfect example of that would be Kyosho. The Kyosho class is offered, you're not allowed to use warmers, or junior classes, you're not allowed to use warmers, not allowed to use goop.
Okay.
So this would be the perfect tire for that. That would be the fastest tire. Or in fact, if you're having setup drums, you can actually use them as the rear tire, not a Bendigo, but your rear tire on your TCR.
Right.
So that's really, really good there. So the D32, so even your Tamiya tin top racing, all that sort of stuff, that's what you would be bolting on there.
Right. Oh, we got more.
No, that's it.
Oh, it's the same. Okay.
That is Sweep done. Oh, this bag just keeps on going.
Still got other stuff. Oh.
Well, we've had lots come in. It's been a treasure trove of goodness.
All right, so we're going to speed controllers.
The humble yet beloved 9 steps Nsrc 001. The ultimate in 60 amp brush speed controllers. Now, really, really good unit. No program box, no soldering required. Perfect for your Tamiya kits.
Yeah, so it drops straight into a Tamiya kit.
Yep, comes
the bullet
with
plugs for the motor.
Comes with Tamiya plugs and bullet plugs. Will hook straight up to your Tamiya kit. If you cut it off, you can put a Dean's plug on there. Obviously, solder up your motor, whatever. Yes. But these are really good. I love them. Even with the Tamiya Sport Tune, so the 23-turn Sport Tune, geared aggressively, they don't even work up a sweat in a four-wheel drive touring car. They're humble, but they're really, really reliable on a speed controller.
Humble. Oh, what do we got here? Batteries. 9
steps. These have been a long time. These are a sight for sore eyes.
Ah.
I might have had them a couple of weeks ago. Can't remember. The 9 steps LiPo 4200, the Nsrc 4200, 50C, so 50C burst current, 2S, 7.4 volts.
So these are in the shape of a traditional old NiCad racing pack. And they're
traditionally referred to as a Tamiya stick pack.
Yes.
Stick pack racers. And these will fit perfectly into any but all of the re-rees, bar the Sand Scorcher.
Yes. Well, any of the cars that were designed with this specifically, because I have these curves in some of the chassis.
Yep. TTO1
yes.
touring car, for example, anywhere where you have to use a rounded case battery.
Yeah.
I like them because they're really light. So even if you're racing Tamiya tin top, how light you say?
How light?
Is that what you said?
How dark?
How light are they? I'm just firing up the scales again. Oops. I'm going to weigh it. You'll notice it's still got a donut icing on it.
Why don't you lick it off?
Because you judge me. 191 grams of grunt. And unlike other stick packs, it's actually short. I want to say 132 mil, because a lot of the other producers make them too long.
Yeah, they're a few mil too
They're a
long
few-
and they don't fit properly.
And you have to put spaces like in your frog and that sort of stuff. This one, straight in, really good. Fits in everything, really nice.
Yes.
190 grams, super lightweight, 4,200 milliamps, super powerful. And I've absolutely thrashed mine and they keep coming back for more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say anything unsafe, but
They're fast too, that we found. Haven't they? Well,
put these in your phaser, put these in your TTO, put them in the frog. What? There's nothing I haven't put it in. Well, don't fit in dogfighter. It needs shorties.
But most things. It's good.
My bag's empty.
Is it?
I'm
Empty bag.
I'm a shadow of my former self.
Oh, yeah, now. All right, let's see what sort of comments we missed out on. Probably got a whole heap of guesses here.
Probably a lot of them saying, why does he keep yelling at me?
326 grams says just Scotty.
326 is too light.
333 says Anthony.
330. Why are they stuck around the 330s? You
Oh,
guys
'cause
are
it
way too
sounds-
late.
It looks about 300, I guess.
Does it?
Yeah, but they're wrong.
No.
All right, Retro Rob says 467. He's jumped up there.
467 is too light.
Oh, is that still too light?
It's still too light.
Oh, wow.
It's a chain. This is
All
a high
right.
quality bloody train,
500
guys.
grams.
500 grams is too light.
That's still light. All
Look,
right.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh,
Look at them go now. Look, beige.
where is it? Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on, it's got
There you
the
go.
wrong unit of measurement now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. All
That's
right.
good because we're winding down.
Now,
Now,
we're being asked, do we only have RC products? No, we got
trains.
that.
Got trains.
Got
And
that.
you did have some spaceships on before.
Yes.
We did
That's
have
right.
some spaceships.
We did.
We
There
did
you go.
do
This
the-
is what we did before. We've got some space shuttles. But I think with the guesses, oh, hang on here. Look, Anthony's got 525.
525 is too late.
That's still light. All right.
Can we take it for a drive?
Let's take it for a drive.
Can we take it for a drive?
Yeah, we can take it for a drive while people still guess. All right. Let me see if I can get this all set up.
Ah. The old test track.
A good old test track, eh?
Not allowed to lick it. You told me off last time. Do you want me to rail the...
I didn't tell you anything. You just learnt. You just got a little zap, didn't you? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that's good. Is that good?
I'm not sure. People are probably yelling at me.
Ready? All right.
Does it
Let's try
go?
this.
I'm going to put my hand here. Got the red light on.
Everything seems on.
Yep. Fire it up, Beige. Is that deafening?
Probably.
What's it doing?
It's buzzing.
Uh-oh. It's got an air starter.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, hear how it overrates it. It's excited. Now can
Isn't it?
Now can it drive? It's moving. You're not even touching it. You've been practicing.
How's that? Oh, let's give it some more beans.
Look at it go.
How's it? Isn't it amazing how the sounds have been set up in the chip and it's got the delays before it actually moves. So it's totally realistic. Okay, so we're going to change direction. Let's got some lights on.
And the lights change direction.
There we go.
Choo-choo.
I'm coming. That'll scare any animal away, wouldn't it?
I'm scared.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not even driving.
It's ramping it up.
Rip it in now. Coming on boost.
It's really scale speed too. Look how smooth it is.
Does it go faster?
I probably would. Shall we try it?
How fast does it go?
Let's stop it.
Change directions and ramp it up. Can you give it 100? Uh-oh.
You want to give it 100?
Yeah.
126.
Yeah. Because 130 is too much.
Is it? Well, it's ramping up now, right?
It's still not going though.
It's got to ramp up before it goes.
Really?
I think so.
You're building pressure? It's like it's taking off. Get the brakes off. What's happened? Oh.
That's the brakes off now, isn't it?
It's in neutral.
Which one of the brakes?
You're not allowed to drive it like that, clearly.
Well, that's a horn.
No. You can't do a race start. Direction.
You don't like it? It's going in the right direction now.
You slipped the clutch, maybe. Maybe you fried the clutch.
Sometimes you got to push the right buttons, right? I got it right before. All right, let's power it up slowly, right?
No. It's not great TV.
How's that?
Not sure. Still not moving.
I don't know. What have I done?
I think the handbrake's on. Maybe does it only go one way?
No, we had it going both ways before.
I don't believe you.
Oh, there we go.
Go. Now punch it.
Punch it. All right. It's full.
Because it takes a while to get going, doesn't it?
It
You're not going
does.
to drive it off the engine, eh?
No. It's going to fire up again. So that's where all the programming is. It's all got the momentum and such. I mean, a real train would take this sort of time to accelerate too, right? I'm just using an emergency stop there. How good is it?
I like it.
It's pretty good, eh?
It's happy.
Isn't
It's
it?
a happy train. That's a happy train.
There we go.
Goes quiet very quickly,
Doesn't it? When you take the power off it, it does
When you
indeed.
take it off the power, you expect it, like you think it's going to keep making noise, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It stops immediately.
All right.
There's
So let me
buttons
put
on the
this
bottom.
away.
What do the buttons on the bottom do?
That I'm not too sure. Someone will be able to tell us. But we'll have a closer look at that. Let's see what the guesses are.
You have a
because
closer look.
what have we got here? Oh, people have gone really high now.
Have they?
Just Scotty says 615. That's too heavy.
615's too heavy, my friend.
Yeah. Retro Rob, 623 is too heavy. Oh, everyone reckons it was stuck in neutral. It certainly was. They pressed a few buttons and it started going, didn't it?
I don't know. I'm not licensed to drive trains.
Aren't you? All right. So what have we got here? So this is an Australian locomotive.
An Australian. Is that the right box?
Yes.
That says
Yes.
V-line on the front.
It does. It's a generic box.
Ah,
So the details are actually on the side here.
are they?
Yes. So with the Australian boxes, the white boxes are actually the digital ones, and the grey ones are the DCC ready ones. So what have we got here?
A box.
What does it say on the end?
It does say on the end, HOG513
Mm.
SCT, red, white, and black, DCC sound fitted.
Yes. and we
Series
certainly heard
1 G-Class diesel electric.
it. Mm.
I can even read red, white, and black.
So I wonder what the history is of this, because it does say V-Line, doesn't it?
Does say V-Line
So
series.
SCT, who are they? They'll be probably a transportation company.
Southern Cross Transport.
Is it? There you go. See, you know a lot, don't you?
I just made that up.
What did you?
I just made that up.
Well done.
I just made that up,
Well
guys.
done.
Sorry.
Oh, look, this has got 595. That's too heavy.
$5.95.
Oh, look at that. Anthony gets the same amount. No. So as they're still guessing, let's have a closer look at this.
Is that Anthony? Anthony?
Yes.
Which Anthony? Anthony, it's always the Anthony that was giving me ripping about finally
About what?
finally getting pit mats in stock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Finally, you've got them back in, like getting all judgy.
Judgy.
Ugh,
Judgy.
can't rush perfection, mate.
No, I guess not. What have we got here?
What have we got here?
Look at that.
It does say G513.
Yes,
Can confirm.
it does indeed, doesn't it? Well, you got a driver in there.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Pedro.
It'd be Duncan, wouldn't it?
Duncan? Duncan and Pedro. Would be the first engineer in there? There's two of them, isn't there? Which one's the driver? Which side do you drive from? The left or the right?
It'd be lefty, wouldn't it?
Don't know. I'd assume so, but I wouldn't know.
Well, there you go. Windshield wipers.
Well, that's a given.
And those lights actually work there. Those front ones there. Got a nice KD coupler.
That's a good coupler.
They're nice couplers, aren't they?
We explored that last week, didn't we?
Did we? I don't remember.
Mm.
But look at the details we've got here.
What have we got?
Got little whiskery bits. Oh no, I need a train expert to tell me what we're looking at here.
They're whiskers.
Are they?
Yep, that's what they're called.
Super fine details. Look at even all the rivet details we've got here.
That's good because I'll be counting them later to double check.
Oh yeah?
Yep. So they call me Brett the Rivet Counter.
How crisp is that? Pretty crisp?
So crisp.
So crisp.
So crisp.
And we've got the details on the top here.
Doesn't have moving fans.
No, but they're photo wet covers.
That's
why they're
really,
so fine.
Those ones really excite me, the moving fan ones.
Yeah, there's not many that have moving fans. We have the Barkman's ones. They were moving
I don't
fan,
know
weren't
why,
they?
but just the moving fans, it's like another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension.
All right, so on the base, you'll see these are Ozzision. Fitted with the ESU lock sound chips.
Ah, the lock sound version 5. I'm glad.
And then there's the dip switches for various things. I don't know what they do. So I guess you can switch it on for which lights you want on. Am I guessing correctly?
Don't ask me. I'll agree with you.
Because it looks like they've all been switched on.
Well,
So you got ditch lights, red markers, number boards, white markers, and headlights.
it'd be irresponsible to drive without headlights.
Would it?
Well,
What happens if you drive without headlights?
you can't see.
Oh,
Duncan will get lost.
yeah, you wouldn't you?
Take the wrong turn.
That's right.
Can you take a wrong turn on a train?
You can. That's called derailment.
I'd find it really disconcerting to drive a train with no steering wheel,
With no steering wheel.
as opposed to a car with a steering wheel.
Well, they've got a throttle, haven't they?
Yeah, but
How nice is it? These are beautiful. And you really feel the weight. So the weight's going to help
it's
with,
got good girth.
I don't think it's just a girth. I think the weight, it could be really like
Weighty.
narrow girth and be weighty, right? And still give it some stability. So the weight will give it heaps of stability.
It's going to go. It's going to go. It'll pull a few carriages, I reckon.
Wouldn't it? So what we're going to do,
We're going to
who's
weigh it.
guess what?
We're
Well,
going
we've
to
still
weigh it.
got 595 is too heavy, right? So 588 is still too heavy. 572 is too heavy. And
576.
Anthony says, yep, that's me. So what we're going to do, we're just going to
Can weigh it.
call it. Right, let's just make sure
Let's
we've
weigh
got that focus so everyone can see.
I can see.
Can you see? This is going on.
That's riveting.
Is it?
561.
So we got pretty close before, didn't we?
Sort of
Someone
close.
got pretty close.
Someone got pretty close.
Mm,
Wasn't there though.
no, it wasn't quite there.
We were far away from 320s. They were stuck there for half an hour.
Weren't we?
I don't know.
So there you go. So there is train of the week.
Train of
And
the
I
week.
think we all learnt a little bit there.
I do love going train driving with you.
Mm. Digital is just so special, isn't it? There's so much. And each one has such a different character.
A unique character, doesn't it?
Mm.
Makes me want to be a foamer.
And so we're showing that off because we just got Ozzision restocked.
Fresh Oxygen restock. So
That's
this is
right.
the new one, brand spankers,
Yes.
whether it's true or not.
Yeah, can you see the confidence?
That's right.
Yeah, it's oozing out of me. But we do have a lot of Ozzision to choose from at the moment. Not just locomotives, but we've also got quite a lot of rolling stock and rolling stock sets, which are really
Australian
popular.
rolling stock.
That's right.
Really unique.
Yep, a lot of Victorian rail stuff.
All right, Beats, let's sign out.
That's it. I think that's it, isn't it? All right, so there you go. So it's another live.
More than just RC stuff.
No, more than just RC stuff, for certain. For certain.
But I was pretty excited with RC stuff. Got so many shipments.
That's right. So don't forget, we've got events on.
Yeah, Vel Drome.
Okay, so 3 weeks to Vel Drome.
Vel
And if you
Drome.
don't know about that, you can register. So go to our event page, just go to FB, and you find our event page for Vel Drome 2.
Register.
And there's a link there to register.
Please register. Get amongst it. See what expression of interest of what class you're going to do.
That's right. It helps us plan the day.
And how many snags to buy.
That's right. That's right.
We don't know whether to buy 120 snags, 250 snags.
That's right.
Help us one snag at a time.
But that's going to be on October the 12th.
Oh, well.
That'll be from midday, but the actual racing, like the organised part of it, will be in the afternoon.
1 p.m. onwards.
I was at 1 p.m. You already start. Oh, okay.
1
We decided. And it normally goes up to, I don't know.
Till everything's broken.
That's right. Until the sun sets. People are still hanging around.
Oh, they love it.
Don't they?
Well, it's
Because even after the event, it's just open track.
open track.
Yep.
All right, guys. I'm Brett from Hearns.
And I'm BJ.
And thanks for watching Hearns Live this week.
That's it. We'll see you next week.
Certainly will.
All right. Bye-bye.